Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. But I can guarantee nobody's having a good day if you're a Liverpool Football Club supporter, at least anyway. But of course, welcome back to our post-match reaction to Liverpool's 2-1 defeat to Brighton. Yet again, another defeat to Brighton, but this time, of course, coming in the FA Cup. Yes, the holders are out of the FA Cup, and yeah, what can I say? They will make things seem better, look better. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And of course, we'll speak about it tonight. But there's certain individuals that need massive shout. Having a go at and Henk Fabinho. But again, there's just a huge problem at Liverpool at the moment, and again, we are towards the back end of January, and the season's over. It's done. I want this season to end more than anything because it's been absolutely horrific as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know how you lot feeling. Let me know your honest thoughts and opinions, because I'm just massively deflated from that defeat, which again, I know plenty of people will be in the exact same boat as me, because this is, getting absolutely ridiculous, week in, week out, and there's nothing to really pull us back up, then I should say, in that regard anyway. But Alan's in saying FSG out now, and I mean now as well. Dr. Agree, 1000%. On the stream I was watching, I could hear Pep Linders micromanage the players from minute one. Go there, press X, Y, and Z, run back, run left. It was shocking to hear as well. Yeah, again, I agree. Again, it's the fact that the players don't know what they're doing at the moment. Data's in as well. Hello, Data. Hope you're having a fantastic day. With honestly, we are shit, and more shit. Where's the in betweeners clip? Do I have it? There it is.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
There we go. I might get copyrighted if I play too much anyway, but honestly, guys, it's I don't know where to begin. Really don't know where to begin. Honest to God, and genuinely, I don't know where to begin. For me, just the whole performance today was shocking. I say the whole performance; it wasn't everything. Together. I just think that we did well at times, we didn't do well at times, and then you look at that, that back end of that game, the substitutions, just everything around the club at the moment is just one big question mark, and nobody has the answers to it. I think that plenty of people today, especially in my opinion, that guy at the front there, Mohamed Salah, I think needs massive questions yet again. Him, Fabinho as well for me. I think there are massive question marks over him as well when they came on. Jordan Henderson as well in that regards as well. I think Cody Gakpo had a very good game in terms of his development at the moment, but again, I feel sorry for him at the present moment in time, because a lot of people are criticizing Cody Gakpo at the moment, and I think it's very unnecessary, especially when a good young talent is coming into a team that's playing the way we are at the moment. It's ridiculous at the moment, and and I'm looking at it. You look at those substitutions in particular that came on towards the back end of the game. It was absolutely abysmal. We've got an 18, 19-year-old kid in Stefan Basetic who, rightfully starts, does an amazing job. I think the midfield itself today was a lot better than what we have seen over the last couple of weeks. And then we change it all. We take off, Basetic, Keita, Thiago. We bring on Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, and Curtis Jones. And it just falls apart. And for me, Fabinho was very lucky. And one thing I will say as well, before I do, continue on with this ramble. Anyway, fair play to Brighton again, massively, deserved the win towards the end. Again, Mitoma, I think how I don't know exactly. You guys will know more than me that how much Brighton spent on Mitoma. Again, brilliant piece of business there as well. And look, realistically, I think people, I think big clubs will be coming in for him, especially in the summer as well. Considering maybe a Chelsea or someone like that, or even someone else, because he is a very very good player in that regard. But again, it's for me, in my personal opinion, I think today the main people you can have a shout out and you can have a go at: Mohamed Salah, Fabinho, Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez especially for the goal as well. I'm sorry if you are a defender and a player does that to you, and that you should be ashamed of yourself, especially the way it happened as well with Mitoma. Again, it's a great goal to win Brighton the game, but it's the fact that Joe Gomez, flinches away instead of just going for the ball. Again, what are you doing? And it's not even, just that in particular. You're looking throughout the whole game, every single chance Brighton created, it's nearly a 2v1 on Ibu. Joe Gomez, I don't get it. You go back, 3 years ago, we were speaking about Joe Gomez being, Virgil van Dijk's long-term replacement. Now, I don't want Joe Gomez anywhere near the 11. I don't want Fabinho anywhere near the 11. And at the minute, I don't want Mo anywhere near the 11. Mo work off the ball is terrible. We mentioned this off Twitter, off not Twitter, sorry, off the Chelsea game, and I was giving Salah a bit of criticism. For me, again, off the ball work, he is the worst player in our front three. We spoke about it all season long. Sorry, the fact that the press hasn't been there. Jurgen Klopp is screaming at Mohamed Salah to run. Does Mo run? No, he jogs. What are you doing? I'm just so fed up of Mohamed Salah. And you know what? I love him. I love Mo Salah. I've loved what he's done for the club over the last how many years. And you guys will know, and we've spoken about it plenty of times. But Mo Salah deserves to get dropped. Fabinho is dropped. We're talking about Stefan Bajcetic here, having his, spot, and rightfully so. And for me, he keeps his spot for the rest of the season. Sell Fabinho now. I don't want Fabinho anywhere near the midfield. We're talking about the likes of, signing, number 8s and so on. Number 6 is a huge position for Liverpool next season to fill. Fabinho is gone. His legs are gone. His awareness is gone. Should have been sent off as well for this tackle on Ferguson. Hopefully he's okay, because it did look like a very bad injury with his Achilles as well. For me, Fabinho deserves to be sold after tonight's performance. And again, I say performance like if he was on for that amount of time. He was on for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops. And again, we're speaking about that type of performance. He was terrible. And now we're going to speak about games going forward, and how we're going to speak about where what is Liverpool's best midfield, what is the best solution for Liverpool moving forward. For me, Fabinho is nowhere in that conversation at the moment. I don't know how the drop off has managed to get this far with Fabinho, but he looks like he has no clue in the middle of the park. And again, when we're talking about Liverpool, potentially, rebuilding the midfield, forget about, we're talking about 2 8s or whatever, or 3 8s. You need a 6, because Fabinho is gone. He is massively gone. And let me know your guys' thoughts as well, because we'll talk a bit more as well. And I want to interact with you guys in the chat as well. If there's anyone new around here as well, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button as well. Apologies, there was no preview show as well. I just ran out of time yesterday and the day before. So again, apologies. But honest to God, I generally don't get this football club. I don't. And do you know what? Brilliant. I'm hitting my microphone. Apologies, chat. I'm getting that frustrated now where you genuinely look at that football. You look on the pitch, what on earth is going on in that middle of the park? We don't look like the team that has gone on to do what we have done over the last couple of years. And don't get me wrong, there's a drop off, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there's just nothing there. There's no fight. There's no character. There's nothing. That sounds like proper Brendan Rodgers. But those players just, and it's not all of them. If I could quickly go through the team, I think Ali, obviously, Ali's Ali saved us a couple of times today as well. Trent, I didn't think had a bad game. I thought he had an okay game. Ibu, brilliant game. Joe Gomez, shite. Again, Robbo, okay. Midfield, I thought the midfield was sound today until you took everyone off, like Vasetic, Thiago, and Naby Keita. I thought that midfield was fine. You then bring on, like I said, the likes of Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, and Curtis Jones. No good, absolutely no good. And again, it brings the conversation up. Why isn't Fabio Carvalho getting an opportunity in the midfield three? I'd much rather bring on Fabio Carvalho than I would Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones doesn't offer anything in that midfield role. He's not good enough to be a left winger. He's not good enough to be an 8 and a 3. He might be good enough to be a 10 in a 4-2-3-1. But again, we don't experiment that way. But in a 4-3-3, he can't go left wing. He can't go centre mid. So what's the point? What is the point of having Curtis Jones and Curtis Jones and just having that area of the pitch being just terribly used? I don't get why Fabio. And let me know your guys' thoughts as well. I don't know if that's me and my thoughts and my opinions. I don't get why Fabio Carvalho isn't getting used. I don't get it. It's so frustrating. And even Ox. I'd rather Ox over friggin' Curtis Jones at the moment. It's no good. And again, it's not just Curtis Jones. Mohamed Salah, Fabinho, Joe Gomez, Curtis Jones. We couldn't go on a rant about all of them. It's not good enough from all of them. And again, people can, have their thoughts, have an opinion, and so on. And everyone at the moment, I believe, deserves to have, an absolute rant like I am at the moment. And it's built on frustration. That's it. It's built on frustration. The whole entire season has been built on frustration. Okay, fair enough. There might have been a drop off. We had a brilliant season last year, quadruple, blah, 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 whatever. We should be over that now. At the start of the season, fair enough. We had 2 weeks rest. We were back into things. I get that. But we can't still be this bad. We can't. It's something's wrong. And nobody has the answers for it. And it's so bad at the moment as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well, because I'm just going absolutely crazy myself anyway. Where am I by? Right, let me go back. Data says no signings this window is totally insane. Too many players should be long gone. Klopp is too loyal to some players and it's costing us badly. I will get on to what Jurgen Klopp did say as well about signings. Spoilers, we're not getting anyone this window. Oh, Jesus Christ. We think we're getting Jude Bellingham. We are absolutely freaking mental. I'm mental still anyway, thinking that's going to happen. Data also says it may be early days with Gakpo, but from what I've seen so far, I'm not impressed. I was a little bit impressed with him today. Again, he was linking up well. Again, had opportunities, created a bit as well. Made space for that first goal as well, I think, if my memory is correct. But again, I will refuse to judge Cody Gakpo until Liverpool have a solid base. Simple as. I won't criticise him because he doesn't deserve to get criticised. Look, he's come from a team that was pretty good in PSV, and he's come to a team now that's absolutely shite. Again, I shouldn't be swearing because it's not over the watershed. But again, Liverpool this season are shocking. Talia all been utter shambles. Salah must be dropped. I agree, 1000%. But Harvey Elliott on the right, put Gakpo on the left, put Darwin Núñez up front, bench Mo. You've got to at this point. It's very difficult to find many positives at the moment. As they have, yeah, I would agree, 1000%. Hi, Connor as well. Hello, Doug. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day, mate. Jungle says, disgusted how Klopp's responded. I think he's speaking to the media, but in reality, he's speaking to us. Tell us the truth, for crying out loud. Look, I think, honestly, I've seen 2 interviews from Jurgen after the game. For me, I think he just looks broke. I think he wants the end of the season. I think he's going to throw a lot of people out the door. I think, obviously, I think people, yeah, I think Data said that he's too loyal. I think Klopp's had enough. And I said it to you guys, the Borussia Dortmund CEO or whatever it was back in 2016, said something when Klopp left or whatever, and I think recently he came out and said that Jurgen mentioned that there needed to be a change in the dressing room in terms of players moving out and so on, and Dortmund didn't listen to him, and instead he left, and I feel like it's the same with Jurgen Klopp. I feel like if Jurgen does not get the backing that FSG have clearly given him, or the promise of giving him that, for me, I think Jurgen Klopp will walk. And I don't want to say it, and I hate thinking about it, but if he is not given the backing, I don't want to hear about, we didn't get an invested in time, we didn't this, we didn't that. Shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, Liverpool Football Club, we're a Liverpool Football Club. We've just generated the 3rd most amount of revenue in a season ever. That we've gone over Manchester United in that regard. And the fact that we're not turning around and going, okay, there's the investment, Jurgen. There's the bank that we've been, saving you so you can have the rebuild that you want. And I swear to God, if they somehow come up with some shit way of turning around and going, oh yeah, we're gonna save something for next summer. No, this summer coming up is the biggest summer in Liverpool's history in terms of the rebuild phase. And again, if people want to turn around and go, oh, we have to sell, we have to try and get that gap back down. No, this is what this last couple of seasons have been. Look at it. I've mentioned it on countless videos. You guys will know. Look at it. Last year, we bought Darwin Núñez for 64 million, potentially going up to 80 million euros or whatever it is. We're then trying to recruit that money throughout the entire summer in getting rid of Sadio Mane, getting rid of Divock Origi off the books, Taki Minamino, Neco Williams, and that. It's pointless. It's ridiculous. You need to give him what he wants. Look how badly we're missing now in squad depth this season. The fact that we've had to buy Gakpo for 40 million to go out and to try and help, because again, people are injured, people are out. Yeah, when everyone's fit and healthy, fair enough. Liverpool's attack looks amazing on paper and full in depth. But the problem is, at the minute, we don't have that. And the biggest problem as well with this is the fact that people need to turn around and go, oh, it's the fact that we've got our main midfield. Our main midfielders at the minute aren't performing. They're not performing. And again, and people have gone about tactics with Klopp. What does he have to work with? You've got 2 reliable midfielders that have done well over the last how many years in terms of Fabinho and Jordan Henderson coming on, and they're terrible. They don't perform. And again, that isn't down on Klopp. That's down on the players. It's not just down on Jurgen. Again, you can have a go at Jurgen a little bit about tactics and so on, and that's fair enough. I think again there is a shared response, responsibility for the fault and the problems. But the problem is, for me, if Klopp isn't given the backing, you have to have a go at the owners, and that's the annoying part. as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well. If anyone does want to come on as well, let me know and I'll DM you a link anyway. But discussed it how Klopp's respond. I already read that one out. Sorry, Jungle. Yes, Connor as well. Ron's in here as well. Hello, Ron. Hopefully on a fantastic day, my friend. Saying pleasant greetings from a fan base in Barbados. Can't say I have ever confident with this fixture. I don't know why players are played out of their natural position. I think you mean in terms of Harvey Elliott. Well, first of all, good to see you in here as well, mate. For me, I think Harvey, he should be played on the right or play in the midfield as well. Doug, I'll send you a link now. If anyone else wants to join, then let me know. But I think Harvey's only on the left because Darwin's injured, or Darwin had an injury, according to Jurgen. Anyway, because I think Jordan Henderson would have started today, because Jurgen said it before the game. Hendo and Darwin had injuries in the week, so again, yet more brilliant bad news. Anyway, of course, I'm joking in that regard. Anyway, let me quickly send Doug a link for the show. I'm loving it. Clearly not, guys. You can tell I'm really pissed off. I apologize as well for ranting and that, and I'm sorry to you guys as well. But I have to rant somewhere because this club is an absolute joke at the minute, and it's not getting any better. And honest to God, I'm just fed up with the crap. Doug, I've sent you a link as well, but genuinely, I am just fed up with the same old problems week in, week out. And I'm just looking on Twitter now. I mentioned Jude Bellingham. And Florian Plinterberg has just tweeted out saying Liverpool will not sign anyone in January. All focus now is on Jude Bellingham. You can forget about Jude Bellingham. I'm sorry. I want Jude Bellingham, and don't get me wrong, you guys know I want Jude Bellingham to death. But if he's looking at that today and he's going, why should I leave? Why should I leave Borussia Dortmund and go to Liverpool at the present moment in time? Why? Honestly, it's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Oh, Jesus Christ. Doug. Oh, freaking hell. Hang on, let me bring you in. Oh, how are we?
You know when you just want to press a reset button?
Yeah.
I just want to press this reset button this season. It has been shite on shite on shite. I'm sorry, I'm swearing, but
don't worry. I've like if this video was monetized, I'd already be bugging.
It's just been, honestly, like I'm actually starting to think whether potentially he's lost the dressing room. I really hope not.
I don't think that. I think it's just players not performing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can speak about a number of players that didn't perform today. Like Salah, I think is the main one. I mean, Gomez as well. Like basically, Mitoma sent Gomez for a hot dog for that last goal.
Yeah. No. Well, hang on a minute. Do you have a pair of headphones? Because I can use some delay on my end.
Yeah. Give me 2 ticks. I'll do that.
Let me remove Doug a minute. But yeah, for me, I already mentioned, and Doug will know, Joe Gomez for me is an absolute shambolic defender at the moment. Hang on a minute, guys. Let me see if I can. I may end up going off stream by here, but I'm just going to quickly see if I can adjust my hearing. There we go. I should be all good now. There we go. There we go. I should be able to hear you correctly now as well.
All right.
There we go. It was a bit faint, and I was like, it's a bit weird, but yeah. So overall, though, Doug, what is your reaction to Liverpool being out of the FA Cup.
Brighton deserved it. I thought in the first half, I think we were much better in the first half than we were in the second half. I think that's the safest thing to say. But I am getting so frustrated in seeing Harvey Elliott on the left-hand side of the attack. He is not a left-sided player. He is a right-sided player. I don't know why Klopp keeps going with him at the left-hand side. And Gakpo is not a striker. Gakpo is more of a left-sided player than Harvey Elliott is. So
I think the only reason why he's playing it at the moment, though, is because of Darwin. I think if Darwin's fit,
yeah,
I don't think Harvey's there. And like I was just saying no. I don't, like, for me, like next week, I would honestly play front three of Darwin, Gakpo, and Harvey Elliott. I would bench Mo Salah. Like, Mo has done my head in. Like, you got Jurgen screaming at him on the bench, like, come on, like, press, do something, and he's not doing it. He looks fed up like we all are, but just like he doesn't give a care in the world.
Yeah. It feels like, I mean, obviously, I mean, is it too harsh to say that he's been affected by that big contract?
Possibly, but I'm like, there's no particular reason why he shouldn't be performing like he normally does.
It feels that way. I mean, apart from the assist for obviously Elliott's goal, like I've got the BBC on just now, and like I don't know what's up with Mo recently, but since the World Cup, his form has been atrocious.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, Mark says, good seeing you, Mark, as well, saying Klopp shouting at Thiago today. He shouted at both Naby and Thiago at the same time.
Aye.
Which, again, I think, look, for me, the best player, or the best midfielder on the pitch out of everyone is an 18-year-old Spanish lad who just got a new contract.
Rakitic.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Because for me, he keeps his place for the rest. If it means for keeping his place for the rest of the season, and if he was to say to me right now, start, you've got the choice of starting Fabinho or Stefan Bajcetic against Real Madrid, I'd pick Stefan Bajcetic every day of the week at the moment.
Fabinho for me is done.
Yeah, I said that.
I would honestly, I think. I cannot for the life of me understand how he was not sent off.
Yeah, same.
I mean,
I don't get it though, neither, because it's FA rules as well. Because it was above the ankle, or like it was obviously on the ankle, but when it's full studs as well, I thought it was a red card for sure.
I thought it was a definite red. I think. What did you make of Konate's one? Did you think that was a red?
No, I've seen plenty of people going like it should be a red card. No, I think if you think that's a red card, then I'm sorry. Like, football's gone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's two players coming together, and because Konate is the more physical player and beating McAllister, it's like, oh yeah, it's a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, sure, it might have been a foul, but if you think that's a foul and a red card, then I'm sorry, it's not.
Oh yeah, but I think Bajcetic is definitely a very, very good player, and I think as well that he is definitely the one for the future. But he's actually playing like he's played in the Liverpool midfield for a number of years. He was fabulous today. Gomez, do not get me started on Gomez. He is not a centre back. No. He is not a centre back anymore. He is. If we're playing Joe Gomez instead of Matip, what does that tell you?
Yeah, it's a really, really good question as well. But guys, let us know your thoughts as well. And again, I apologize for ranting, but again, gotta let it out. It's been so frustrating watching this shit week in, week out. Gary, I think Cavalier was only ever bought to make profit on. I would disagree to. I say I disagree to that, but again, where is he? Why? Actually, to be fair, Jurgen did say he wasn't going to play. There we go. I've just remembered Jurgen did say in his press conference on Friday that he wasn't going to play. Baffled why Elliot, Keita, and Trent were brought off. To be honest, as Chris as well, good seeing you as well, Chris. Yeah, I think it's a baffling question. Again, you know, we haven't got a game for another week. Why was they taken off? I don't know. I don't know.
His subs baffle me today. To say the very, very least. Like, you're bringing on James Milner and Jordan Henderson. And I'm going to say it. Curtis Jones is not good enough anymore.
Yeah, I said that. I don't think they. I said it like that. He's not good enough to be a centre mid in Liverpool the Liverpool team. He's not good enough to be a left winger. So what's he good at? Like, he could be a number 10. Like, if he were to play like a proper 4-2-3-1 and in that 10 position, then sure, possibly, potentially. Yeah. Like, but even that, like, again, Liverpool don't play that. And you know, could you put him on the market potentially? But again, we can't be getting rid of every single player. But again, he is 21 years of age. Is he 21, 22? I think he's 21. And it is just that question. There's no, if you to go, what's Curtis Jones' best position? I think 90% of Liverpool fans would go, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just everything about this team this season. It's just I said in my post match, it just feels like it's getting stale. Chris, I know. I was just thinking that you defended Keita.
Do you know what? Him, Bessesic, and Thiago. I want that midfield as long as it's fit. I want that midfield moving forwards. Like we called it. If Naby is playing for a move, he's doing a brilliant job right now. So there you go. Yeah. Wasn't we all, mate, as well? Absolutely. Hi chat. If PSG really do want Salah, they can have him. Yeah, I think plenty of people will have that. Same thought process and opinion. Was Gakpo's best game today, in my opinion, but doesn't matter, does it? We lost. Yeah, exactly. Again, I thought he did link up well. He did, beat the defender a few times as well. And again, looked threatening when he got, a chance to run at the defense. But again, like you said, Chris, doesn't mean anything. We lost the game. Cavalier should be on the left, not Harvey. I just don't get it anymore. But again, like I said, bad on my part. Again, Cavalier wasn't fit supposedly today, according to Klopp. So again, we'll have to wait on that. But even when he is fit and available, he's constantly on the bench. And that anyway. I said it. I said sell Salah before he got his price rise. I would definitely sell him in the summer while he is still some value. Otherwise, it's another player we lose on a free as well. But again, he does have 2 years left in it, or 2.5 years still on his deal now.
Yeah.
I think as well, Liverpool still have an option to extend that by a further year. I think, if my memory is correct. Need to stop blaming owners. They should only take a little responsibility. For me, manager and players need to take most of the blame. I kind of agree with that, Chris, and this is why I won't criticize Jurgen Klopp so much right here, right now, because we clearly can see there's a rebuild needed. I think I can see it. I think Doug can see it. I think all of you guys can see it. And if that rebuild starts, and we're still talking about this level of, inconsistency, then I think we can start having a go at Jurgen Klopp properly. But until that day happens, again, I would not have a go I think, and again, I do think the owners do need to take responsibility in the fact that you look at all the positions, for Liverpool, defense when something was, at fault. We bought Kanate. He was the cover. Up front, we bought Luis Diaz, we bought Darwin Núñez, so on. The midfield, we haven't bought anyone since Thiago Alcantara.
Yeah.
A main 11 player we have not bought since then. So again, it's that sense of they have to take responsibility. Again, Jurgen's wanted players. He said it, last summer he wanted midfielders, but again, the owners don't want to take a risk, or take too many risks, and that's a big problem. No more plasters. It's time for surgery. Yeah, absolutely, Jungle. I can't believe an 18-year-old is clearly our best midfielder. Absolutely, El Scouser. I would agree with it 1,000% there, my friend. Quickly scroll down as well. Again, guys, I will say, again, please be nice in the comments. Please respect one another in the comment section down below. I'm sick of seeing Elliot on the left when he's a right wing, Gakpo left wing, not a striker as well. Agree. Jungle, open heart surgery at the minimum. Panav, I would agree. Honestly, if players aren't prepared to help us fight for top four, then we can do without them. They can't just be here for good times as well. No, I'd agree. I 1,000% agree. I think, look, there's still a hope, an opportunity there for top four, but it is fading away. Slowly but surely, it is fading away. And again, we are 10 points off top four at the moment. Is it, Doug?
10 points off fourth place.
Yeah, it's chaseable. Again, but do we want to be again the second half of the season chasing a 10-point deduction? No, we don't. And look, I will say this to you guys, and I'll say it whenever. Liverpool don't deserve European football, and I mean Champions League, Europa League, Conference League. Liverpool don't deserve any form of European football at all.
Absolutely agree with you. As well, if we don't get Champions League, the last thing I would like is the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. I think we just need a season out of Europe altogether.
I would agree, but then financially, with the way things work,
that's true.
It's going to be terrible. Mark says, I don't want Jude more. I want to bring in before him. I don't want Jude more. I would bring in before him. Oh, you bring in more before in Jude as well. I would agree. I would bring in more in before Jude, but everyone at the moment is unavailable, supposedly, the Liverpool want, which, of course, if we're putting two and two together, Jude Bellingham unavailable, Matthias Nunes, we could buy Matthias Nunes now, but of course he can't play for 6 months because due to FIFA rules, you can only play for two teams in one calendar year, on two permanent deals anyway. And again, he would have played for Sporting and Wolves in the season, so again that sucks. What else we have? Don't want you to before. We're trying to be compact, press correctly, and not give the ball away high up, but we can't do it. Yeah, exactly. I think, Doug, would you agree? I think 4-3-3 should be abandoned for this season.
Oh, 100%. 100%. We need, I would even say it's probably more of a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1 probably going forward now.
Yeah, I would agree. 1,000%. I'm going to quickly bring up a post, guys, as well as nothing breaking or anything, but I thought this was a good tweet, just to show how crap Liverpool are at the moment. Anyway, of course, come from Adam Rowe saying that's Brighton without Caicedo and having lost Trossard beating our current best 11 and never once looked likely to lose the game. Yeah, I would agree 1,000% with that tweet, which again is just a crying shame. The fact that they have lost Trossard and we're without, of course, Moises Caicedo, which of course he looks likely to be going to Arsenal, Chelsea for about I think 80 million. I think at the minute that's the price tag it's getting thrown around, which that in itself is a crazy fee. Brilliant player, don't get me wrong, but 80 million is, oof, dude. I say this though, I want Jude Bellingham, and he's gone for like 110 10 million or whatever it is. Why you start Salah over Nunes? Trent got overrun today as well. Yeah, Mark. I think though. Again, Darwin was injured in the week, so again could not start today. And Salah, I don't know, get him on the bench. I would say anyway. But well said, Connor, mate. I always say it as it is as well. Thank you, Alan, for that. Too many players playing out of positions as well. I think people agree with that as well. Redbird saying, why did Klopp take off Stefan and Naby to put pensioners on? Don't make sense. He hasn't got anyone else, I would say, Redbirds at the moment. I think that's the big problem and the big issue at the moment is the fact that, again, he doesn't have players to bring on, at least anyway. But Jungle says it's happened before when your hunger goes, it goes as well. But again, Ferguson said it, and he said it, and again, I'll say it to you guys. He said it, when you're at the top, the best time to redevelop is when you are at the top, and Liverpool didn't do that. They did it with certain areas, but where the main engine is the midfield. Did Liverpool do that while we were at the top? Did we do it when we were fighting for everything? No, we didn't. We were happy enough with the players that we had, and once that engine has worn itself out, there's no coming back from it.
Wrexham have just equalised against Sheffield United.
Have they actually?
Mm-hmm.
Fair play to them. What else do we have? I still think Fabinho can come good. No, Mark.
No. Let's be honest. Fabinho has been stagnating for a while now, and I don't think he's going to get even better, and I don't think he's even going to get any. I think what's going to happen is he's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, and he's a player we can't rely on anymore.
Yeah, I would agree. I think there was talks of Atletico Madrid wanting him in the summer. Sell him. If they come in 30 million, something like that, sell him. Because he's gone. For me, I would say if you're going to bring in anyone as a 6, I would say is it Ortega from Sporting?
Ugarte.
Ugarte, yeah, the Uruguayan, yeah. Him.
Yes,
I think he's a very good candidate to bring in. But again, that's me just ill wishing and that, to be fair. But again, that's if Liverpool are looking for a 6. I remember before we lost, crying out in despair at Endo, Fabinho, and Jones being our midfield 3. Don't worry, I was going to say everyone does it. I did it when I saw Fabinho come on. I thought, oh, for God's sake, why is he coming on? Everything went to the mess anyway. Fabinho was already going to ground. I think that's in terms of the red card. Again, though, it's a dangerous tackle. And again, of course, he did mean it, but it could be a lot serious, because I think that Ferguson was helped out. Was he helped out, or did he get carried out? I can't remember.
I think he got helped out off the pitch, but apparently, Jersey Boy, who was obviously we all know from obviously other Liverpool channels. He was at the game today, Brighton Liverpool, because obviously I think he lives about 10 or 15 minutes away from the ground. He was saying he went to the bar and Evan Ferguson actually walked in. But apparently it's not looking good for Evan Ferguson. He looks really badly injured.
Well, we'll speak about this now. I'm looking back at the tackle. I would show it, chat, but again, I think I'd get copyrighted if I was to show it, because again, FA law terrible. Stiff challenge by Ibu, not a red. Yeah, absolutely not. Don't even think it was a challenge, for being honest. I just think it was a coming together. What else we have? Hello, Ricky. With the eyes
Hello,
emoji.
Ricky.
Good seeing you as well, mate. Again, Rick, I apologise I didn't come on. I was watching the game and then I had to do something, and then I didn't look at my phone until it was like, half an hour from my show. So again, apologies, mate. Fax Dougie, that goal was a long time ago now, as well. What else do we have? No Doak in the team, so only had Nunes as the only attacking player on the bench. Yeah, exactly. But again, look how much we've fallen in terms of squad depth and that. We used to be able to keep the likes of Divock Origi and Taki Minamino off the pitch because we had that many good options on the bench. And yeah, look where that's gone now, at least anyway. Mark saying PSG wouldn't want Salah, he is too old. I disagree with that. I think that if they're signing Lionel Messi, which don't get me wrong, it's Messi, but if they're signing in their 30s Messi and that, then again they'll sign Mo Salah if it makes sense, as well. Only players can turn around the game as well, says Mark. Jota and Diaz will not return this season. Jota will, Diaz won't, in my opinion.
We can't rely on them as well. This is what I've been trying to say to a lot of people, is that Jota and Diaz are long-term injury worries. We cannot seem to rely on them to sort of make it better for us. It's going to take them time to get back. They've had 2 very bad injuries, and you know what? We can't rush them back. We can't rush them back to not aggravate any more injuries, because if we do that, then we're probably going to have a bit of a discussion possibly about Jota being injury prone. Look, that's the thing. But the last thing we need is more injuries to Jota or Diaz. So for me, I would not rush them back.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't either. I think Luis Diaz, especially, save him for next year. Make sure.
Definitely, definitely.
Make sure he stays 100% fit for next season, because we've missed him since he's been here. But that's the thing, though. There was, and that's the annoying thing. There was hope before the World Cup break that Liverpool get a little bit of a break. Maybe Jurgen can work something around with the squad or this, that, and the other. And since the World Cup break, I think Liverpool have just been sent backwards. Like there's no hope.
Yeah.
As well, anyway. But Jungle says Chelsea spent 200 million this window. I refuse to believe this is a hard market to operate in anymore. They've signed everyone they wanted. But again, though, Jungle, they do have endless amounts of money. Because I think people to forget again. Okay, Todd Bowley is the face of Chelsea and everything they're doing, but they have a numerous amount of backers which have billions, if not trillions, as well, that isn't advertised everywhere. So again, take that as you will. To be fair, let me quickly scroll back down. Mark says a lot of teams are looking to strengthen their midfield so hard transfer window, and when we aren't even buying anymore, how are we supposed to compete? Exactly. And you look at it now, where we're speaking about Jude Bellingham. That is the obvious one that Liverpool want. But even with that, Matthias Nunes, I brought the video to you 2 days ago about Chelsea now in the race for him if they can't get Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez. And speaking of that, Chelsea are trying to sign Enzo Fernandez right now, according to Matt Law. So,
Crikey.
Let the soap opera start yet again. But yeah, Chelsea. Chelsea are apparently right up for him. So again, when you've got people so competitive like that, it's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. What else do we have? Ron says, from my acknowledgement, Klopp merits players that tick all the boxes. Maybe it's time to give the latter a try based on position on the league table. How much hand does the coaching staff has in his failures? I think it's that, isn't it? I think when Liverpool are winning and that, I think people to forget about it and that. But of course, when Liverpool are losing, look at it this season. Look how much Pep Linders has been targeted this season because Liverpool lost games and that. And I think, as Jurgen says it, look, when we win, we do it as a team. When we lose, we do it as a team in terms of a coaching collective. You know, as Jurgen said, I'm not a bad manager. Overnight, that hasn't happened. But, you know, again, something has happened where, you know, a few things have gone wrong this season. And again, I think the coaching staff hopefully they know something we don't, and it might be a short term pain for a long term gain, something like that. Again, I could be wrong in that regard. VVD is still to be weeks off yet. Yeah, absolutely. 2 weeks, I think, Virgil. I think at the moment. Total agree. Doug as well, and Enzo. Enzo is the only player I can see for us as well. He's going to Chelsea, Mark. Our training system is far too intense. We lose too many players. It could be, but again, that's what it could be. Something like we could speak about for many, many years, and that. So again, it's something that has been brought up. But again, I think practically the physio department, if you guys remember back in COVID times, that got absolutely shredded to pieces. I think only now things are slowly getting back to normal in that regard, at least anyway. What else do we have? Anyway, let me quickly go back up the chat. If StreamYard wants to work, do you want to work? There we go. But Gary says, again, if StreamYard wants to work, does Liverpool have a defensive coach, someone that can help Klopp? I'm guessing no with that, but I'm not entirely sure.
I have no idea about that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's just a collective, to be fair. But Sky South African as well says, am I wrong in saying that we need a clear out? No, absolutely not.
Understatement of the year, Scouse African, I've got to say.
Again, we might do a video where we have a look through the squad in the week and we go keep, loan, sell. I think we might.
I'll be happy to join that if you want.
Yeah, I'll honestly, I'll have like a load of people on deck. So if anyone would like that, then yeah, let me know.
Oh, Wrexham have scored again.
Wrexham going through
2-1.
Still hard as new backroom staff are not nearly as good as on the ones that are left as well. Absolutely, and no as well anyway. But we are going to leave it there for tonight. Anyway, we've had a little bit of a rant, and you know. I think we've let out our pain. I think for this episode, anyway, at least. But Doug, have you got anything else to say before we do head off about today's game, or just anything in general about the Reds?
I mean, the one thing as well that I would like to say is that it can only get better, can't it?
Can't get that worse.
Well,
sure.
I mean, I'm thinking of the In-Betweeners quote again. Like that was effing dreadful, and it was. Oh yeah, we got Wolves next. Lopetegui men again.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
Oh yeah. I knew you had it somewhere. And then obviously Sean Dyche's Everton. Great.
That should be fun in a couple of weeks.
That should be brilliantly fun. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would agree 1,000% with you anyway. But for me, like, first of all, it's disappointing the fact that we're out of the FA Cup. Again, a cup run would have been nice considering this season or whatever. You know, that's a crap that it's been. But again, hopefully things can be better. Look, again, I think next week we've got someone that I can't remember. We've got Wolves away, which should be fun again. Shouldn't that be fun indeed? I'm actually going to give a quick look. Yes, we've got. So our next 5 fixtures before we do it off, we've got Wolves away, Everton at home, Newcastle away, Real Madrid at home, and Crystal Palace away. And then after that, we've got Manchester United at home. So,
oh, Joyce.
Shouldn't that be fun? Anyway, but again, guys, hopefully everyone has a fantastic night. Go and do any other hobby that gets you joy.
Put a film on, get a cup of cocoa, get a pipe, get some slippers, get some dressing gown on. Just do something that is not watching Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But yeah, do anything to get your mind away from the football at the moment. Because again, guys, look, it's I do a channel, Doug does a channel. We all do channels and that. We all got to do our own bits and that for the videos and that. But honest to God, this has been one of the worst eras, or worst seasons that in recent memories, of course. But just the feeling of it. And just a gutted feeling, I'd say anyway. But again, hopefully, it can't get any worse, but hopefully it can get a lot better. Anyway, let me read out a few more comments before we do it off. Can't see it getting much worse. Absolutely agree as well. Everton as well. Yeah, we've got the Ev. Good to get it off your chest, Connor. Great stream, lads. Big up chat as well. I've loved it, Pan. Have a good night all as well. Stay off all social media. Yeah, if you want, then do it, because again, it's just a tailwind of idiots. Ouch. Maybe 1 win there as well. 5 losses. Where hey, yeah, not the best, is it, Panov? And can see this for a few seasons though as well. Again, there will be a few seasons where it might be pain and that for the rebuild to happen. But again, hopefully we can have some good times ahead anyway. But like I said, that's going to be it from us, guys. I've been Connor from the Cop Council. Please go and subscribe to the Dugout Football channel as well. Marcus put a link in the comment section down below as well. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra.